But I'm going to give you guys the high-level overview of how ChatGPT works, okay? To begin, people are going to confuse you, and people are going to tell you all these different things. Like, oh, you got to use this tool for that. You got to use this tool. Like, for example, you got to use ChatGPT for your intimate thoughts. You got to use Gemini for your actually building, Claude for coding. And honestly, that is true. There, there is not one just universal LLM, okay? And this audience is not supposed to be technical. So like AI, LLM, we're just gonna use it, okay? Not every AI is the same. So that being said, you should pick and choose. For example, we spoke about Perplexity yesterday. So there's a specific use case to when we'd use Perplexity. For coding, I use purely Claude. That's all good. For most people, you are not going to be paying for 5 different subscriptions, and that's fine. You guys are probably going to be using ChatGPT. You guys have probably spent the most time talking with ChatGPT, getting things situated and done. And so go ahead and just stay on ChatGPT. You don't need to hop off of it. But what is ChatGPT actually good for? It's, for me, and this is very biased, this is my personal uses with ChatGPT. Other people will say different. I use it more so as like anything like more so intimate, life questions, life advice, therapist, and in that realm. What are things you can use it for? Like making emails and copywriting. I don't like how it sounds. It sounds super robotic. Code, I use Claude for coding, so I don't really use it for that. And so for me personally, it's more so on that intimate side, like as I'm trying to build up my I don't know, build up my life, build up my business. Those are the things that I'm going to be doing it for. And then when it comes down to how I use it, we'll go into that now. But I'm going to give a high level overview over the next 10 minutes of the different features in ChatGPT, how to use it, and then we'll go over 3 specific use cases and personas. For example, we always got to start off with if you're an entrepreneur, trying to, you're an entrepreneur. Second is if you're breaking out of the matrix, and so you just want to use AI to leverage that. And number 3, we'll come up with it as we get there. Okay, so how am I even supposed to do this here? What I'm going to do, start a loom so that I'm still here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out. And we'll do one more, screen capture, loom. Nice. Valid. Cool. Go ahead, blow this up. And then take our loom and just drop that in the corner. Sick. Can I make that bigger? Valid. Okay. Please. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna be going over ChatGPT. This is all good. On desktop, you have your chats, and I'm teaching this to someone who has never seen ChatGPT to going to actually how to use it in your day-to-day lives. So when you log in here first, you can see all your chats, projects. These are like just folders and groups. You can put projects as specific things. We can talk about, we can say business. Business is one. And then you can go ahead and just add files that exist within one section. We'll go into this. So that's one. Then you have apps. These are basically just specialized things that you can kind of connect to. So these are different applications you can connect to. Let's see. What can we do with... Oh. This guy said he can't see the stream. We gotta revive the stream. What are we looking at? Okay, that's good. Should I just put the link right in that? My guy Chase is hopping on, but I don't know why it's tweaking. Come on now, we'll just do. Interesting. Why is it not live? That is very good. Okay. No wonder I was like, yo, no one joined. And that's fine. But I was like, stream. Live.
No one joined your stream?
Yeah, no one joined the stream, and then I'm getting a text message that like, yo, it's not working, like we can't join it. And I'm like, that makes sense.
Damn. You had that trial run that you had to start from the top. Bro was on the last goal point. Oh.
Yeah, luckily. But it's like, bro, I'm actually... oh my god, privacy is on private. That makes sense. That makes sense. Come on. Visibility. Public. Okay, now we're there. Got to fix the link. Okay, now let me try this again. Okay, luckily, okay, yo, we actually got one viewer, and this is Chase. Shout out Chase. Well, that was crazy. Anyways, I don't think I'm going to repost that we're live, but yo, I appreciate you, Chase. Bro, it was on private before. That was the issue. So, where we're at right now is really talking about ChatGPT and how we actually use ChatGPT. So here we have our applications. So if we look here, find a table reservation. You can use your ChatGPT to actually interact with this other application and then use it however you'd like. And so there's all these different ones that you can connect into, and this gets extremely powerful because you can connect to different data sources. Next we got our images. Thankfully I have nothing exposing in here. This is why you don't show your private. Images. ChatGPT can make images for you. And it's really important that if you're gonna post these on as an ad, and this is some sauce right here, if you're gonna ever post an AI image or AI video, you need to scrape the metadata before you post it. Because every image just comes tagged with some like background. Well, basically, in the code, it basically says, "Yo, this was made by ChatGPT," and this is pretty horrendous. This guy's is from early on, like early on. It'd be crazy. Recreate this image, just so that you can we can compare and see. Anyways, here you can search your chats. Here you can add a new chat, and most importantly, this is where you can turn on temporary chat. So when you want to ask those freaky questions, like, you can use this. Really important to note, there is no laws set up in regards to can the government ask OpenAI for your chat history and logs? The answer is yes. They don't have any rules and privacy against it. So beware. When they say that this is temporary, okay, this won't appear in your chat model or in your chat history, and it won't be used to train the models, but it doesn't say anything about how they're storing and keeping it. And look at this. They already tell you, we may keep this chat for up to 30 days. Maybe. Like, you'll see, everything is stored by them. Like, you're just giving them your free information and data. So that is the whole overview of ChatGPT. Now, how do you actually use it? You need to use AI as a tool and not not a solution, okay? If you ever sit down and you're trying to do an assignment and you just have ChatGPT go and copy paste and get your assignment done, it's going to be garbage. And so you have to use it to like prompt your thinking and actually go through and build out with it. So we're going to do a light example. As you guys already know, I use speech to text for everything. I don't type anymore. So I'm just going to click a hotkey on my keyboard, and then we're going to start dictating. And as we said, first one's for entrepreneurs. So we're just going to start off with, I run a voice AI agency. I'm right now trying to figure out, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go with that. I was going to say that's so niche, but something people can actually relate with. Here, e-commerce. People love doing e-commerce. I'm starting off an e-commerce brand and store. I'm trying to figure out what are the best products to actually go search up for, understand how it functions top to bottom, and I want to know how e-commerce functions. What are the rules of e-commerce? What are things as a new e-commerce person that I need to learn to go do before I get started? And what are some successful products for 2026? So here you can see it'll go and tell you what you need to learn. And the main thing you guys can kind of see is like all these people tell you about like, oh, you got to prompt engineer and like all these like fancy words. Honestly, for the basic stuff, it's not needed. For the basic things, you just need to give it enough context that you can have the AI give you back what you're looking for. And that is the most important thing. So for in this case, this is kind of what we're looking for, right? We just wanted to see what there is. But you shouldn't trust it entirely because understand like it's just regurgitating information. Like you need to find the slight edge in the market and then take care of it. And more likely than not, AI isn't gonna just tell you it. You need to actually come down to actually go figure this out. So this is one example, okay? Now you have to always think about the legalities. So then we can go sit here, we can say, okay, I operate out of Texas. I need to know all the laws and legalities regarding e-commerce. I want to be selling I want to sell peptides. Guys, peptides is this new wave. Someone's just making money at the end of the day. Okay, FDA approved, can be sold, but valid prescription, no. These are the ones that we need. Unapproved peptides. So here we can't even, okay, so it looks like, see, we can't even do it through here. And this is all like okay, but if you listen to my last live stream, you guys will see that like I actually prefer Perplexity way more to ChatGPT for any sort of research. So again, in this use case, we're trying to showcase that like, hey, how we can use ChatGPT, and this is an example. But again, like I started off this conversation, like I personally use it for personal things. So I'll give you a more example that's relevant. I need you to analyze my previous chats and history and help me understand in the ways that I think and where I have blind spots or gaps in my thinking or knowledge. Now this only works if you have a lot. Bro, these guys are just straight lying. Yeah. Look through my memories and history. Okay. And bro, sometimes it just be making up things.